Are you gonna make like a statement?
Oh, my God.
I noticed that.
Ready, Dion? Hey, we're gonna go ahead and start this evening's meeting. If y'all would stand for the pledge of allegiance, please. Matt Saller, would you please lead the pledge?
To the flag, United States of America,
To the republic,
to the republic,
which it stands,
one nation,
God.
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Rodney, if you would, please. Sure.
Dear Heavenly Father, we gather here tonight and ask for your support and guidance to make good decisions on the behalf of our citizens. Continue to keep our community safe and those that keep us safe. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
I had one little PS to that. I just got some good news tonight. My daughter was in from Oklahoma City and she's expecting our second grandchild, so. I think they finally figured out how to do it.
Congratulations.
Thank you all. Tammy, roll call vote, please.
Bill Moritz,
Here.
Brian MacArthur,
Here.
EJ Fleischman,
Here.
Peggy Allen. Here. Troy Blackshear,
Here.
Rodney Mullins,
Here.
Michael Rethmeyer,
Here.
Tim Seidenstricker,
Here.
Gary Plunk,
He's excused.
Anthony Traxler.
Here.
Sarah Turner, Bill Lehman,
Here.
Allison Sweeney. Here. Dave Crutchley, James Pogorzelski, Dan Krupa,
Excused.
Chief Carroll.
Here. Okay, we're up to business from the floor. If anyone in the audience wishes to address the city council on any matter of city business, may come forward to the mic. Please note that must be physically present in the council. We can't do Zoom meetings with people talking to the city council. We can always make arrangements for you to come in and talk to us. When you come forward, please state your name and address for the record before speaking. You'll be allowed 3 minutes to present your comments. This will be your only chance to speak during the meeting unless otherwise allowed by the council. And I've been advised to say one thing also. It's not a question and answer time. So I'm gonna have to learn to keep my mouth shut. So, all right. Thank you all. Anybody would like to come up?
Nathaniel Brooks,
Mr. Brooks, yes.
Hello, my name is Nathaniel Brooks. I reside at 3313 Vineclad Hill. That is in the Henley Woods subdivision. And I really just had, I'm a newly elected board member. I didn't say that already. I've got some questions from the residents about turning the streets over to the city of Arnold. When we're just trying to get an answer on when that's going to happen.
Well, can you make connection here with James? He's the Public Works Director, and he'll be glad to help you out without anything.
Okay.
But if you want to read your questions, we'll certainly listen so we all know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's my main concern at the moment. So okay. That's all I got.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Kevin Harding,
Good evening.
Hi.
So everybody knows that on March 15th, we had a couple of tornadoes that came through Arnold. And 2 trees.
Sir, could you pull the microphone a little closer to me if you don't mind?
Name and address.
Oh, sorry about that. Kevin Harding, 2193 Farm Crest Drive in Arnold. So again, I'm here tonight to talk about a problem that's been going on for a number of months, and that is, you may have heard that a tornado came through our property and it damaged some trees in an existing abandoned property, and those trees fell down and crushed the fence. So I can't replace the fence until these trees are removed. And then again, I can bring my contractor in to put in the new fence. So, and again, I can't do that until these trees are gone. So the city has agreed to me verbally that the trees, they would replace them just to move this thing along. So I don't know, it's been, that storm was 8 months ago. So I'd like you guys to stick to your promise and take care of a property. And again, it's interesting as a sidebar, seems like the city has money to buy up properties, whole, part of a subdivision. And here I am stuck with a couple of trees that aren't even on my property. So anyway, that's all I have.
This is the one that we're waiting on. Yeah, okay. Hey, sir, can you hang out for a little bit after the meeting? Because I got some information that'll help you.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, we have, I think.
That's all we have? Okay. We have two guests today, April Mokel from the school board and Paul Frigo, superintendent of C6 district. They have a presentation for boys' enjoyment and education.
Good evening. I thank you for the opportunity to present this information to you. To give you some context, we've had 4 community meetings at our 4 middle schools. We'll be presenting at the rec center December 8th at 8:30 in the morning. So people that have their days free can come by and get this presentation. We're looking at possibly doing a no tax increase bond issue in April, and we're just trying to lay some groundwork and provide people information about it. So again, I thank you for this opportunity. I'll try to go as fast as I can. I know your meetings are very efficient, so don't want to hold it up. And I'm going to cover what we have as a district, what we've done to try to address some of our issues, what we need, and get any feedback from you guys on what you think our priorities should be. So we have 21 facilities in our district. You may or may not realize this. There's 518 districts in the state of Missouri. We're the 18th largest district in the state of Missouri. We're a large entity. We're the largest employer in Jefferson County. Our bus drivers drive 1 million miles a year. We serve over 1 million meals a year. So we're an economic driver in this community. And we've been here a while. Our average age of our buildings is 48 years old. Our oldest building is 74 years old, and our youngest building is 15 years old. So we have buildings that have been here a long time and have a lot of needs, and that's what we're going to be talking about. We have 31 acres of rooftops in our district. We have 10 people to take care of that. If you can't picture acreage, that's 23 football fields of roofs we have to take care of, make sure they're not leaking. We have 62.5 acres of parking lots around the district. You can't picture acreage again, that's 47 football fields. So when we have a snowstorm in the district, our guys have to push snow off of 47 football fields for us to have school. We have 337 rooftop HVAC units across that many acres of rooftops. That's enough to heat and cool 4 enterprise centers. So it's a major undertaking to make sure all those are running as well. What have we done to address some of this over the last few years? 3 years ago, we brought in a company called Navigate, and they did an audit, and we now have a assessment of every HVAC unit, our windows, our roofs, our tuck pointing needs, our flooring needs, itemized list. We know what the age of every air conditioning unit, the condition of every roof, and now we're putting together a plan to address our needs. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. We also did Prop P. We'd like to thank the voters who approved that back in 2020. It was a $40 million bond issue. We did some additions to Antonia Elementary and Merrimack Heights Elementary, Seckman Middle School, as well as Fox High School. We also did some secure vestibules and playgrounds and other things. It's a $40 million project. It came in on budget. That's important to know. Those of you that were here during COVID and doing construction, you know what the costs were like, and we were able to mitigate that with the help of Navigate and making sure we're holding people accountable for the expenses involved. So what have we done? We started on some roof upgrades. We've done 2 partial roof replacements, about 1/2 acre. That cost us $1.8 million. We have 4 funds in the school district. Fund 4 is for capital expenditures, and we had balances in there, and we were able to pay for that out of existing school funds. But that leaves us 30.5 acres. And over the next 15 years, we're going to have $88 million worth of work to do on those roofs to get it. We're not repairing them. I'm talking about replacing them. We've done repairs for too long, and it's costing us in maintenance and upkeep. In the next 5 years, we have $23 million of immediate need. We have numerous roofs that are coated either red or yellow, and we're going to have to be addressed in the next 5 years. We have almost 2 million square feet of parking lot that we have addressed to the tune of $5 million. Again, we did that with existing funds, and that's been well received by the community. If you go up to the Fox campus, for example, and see the new parking lot, it really adds to the curb appeal and makes the entire area look a lot nicer. We did Seckman as well and several other buildings. That leaves us almost 800,000 square feet, $2 million more of need. And again, we are replacing the parking lots. We're not patching them. We patched them for too long, and it's led to issues. For example, at Ridgewood Middle School, because we patched, water was allowed to penetrate underneath. We had to dig up 27 inches of base and replace that first before we did the parking lot, because we've just been patching. We are replacing our parking lots and doing it right moving forward. We've replaced 37 new units over the last 3 years of our rooftop HVAC units. That was a combination of 3 different funds. If you remember, the federal government provided COVID money, it was called, and part of that could be used to improve air circulation in the building. So we used some COVID funds for some of that. We also had some Prop P monies that we were able to use for that, as well as some of our existing Fund 4. So it was a hybrid of those 3 funds to take care of some of those units. That leaves us 300 that we have to address over the next 15, 20 years. And that's $42 million to replace those. But our immediate need in the next 5 years is $15 million. Those are units that are 17 years or older. And we have a lot of those that are very old. Some other things we've done to try to make better use of our money. We have a lot of old HVAC units. We've put better controls on them to help them operate more efficiently. And that cost about $1.4 million of district funds, but we were able to acquire $500,000 in Ameren rebates for that. And we've already, since we started that program, seen verified $250,000 in energy savings. So you can see that project's going to pay for itself rather quickly. So that'll allow us to operate more efficiently moving forward. Along those same lines, regardless of what happens with the bond issue, we're going to do some performance contracting. If you're not familiar with that, that's upgrading HVAC and lighting and controls to make them operate more efficiently. For example, lighting, we have a lot of old lighting in our district. We have set buildings that are old, so replacing it to LED. We can do $8 million worth of work on that. And what happens is you pay for that with the energy savings. The $8 million is paid off over 15 years. The company that does it guarantees the energy savings. So if it falls short, they write us a check to make up for the difference. So we have no risk in that. The company takes care of that. And we'll be bringing that to the board in either December or January to get that work started. We also have some leases on our books. We have $6.2 million left in leases. You may or may not realize we did a lease purchase on Antonia Middle School, and we also did a lease purchase on 55 school buses. And that's costing us about $2.6 million a year with the interest involved. We'd like to pay that off early with some of the bond funds, and that would save us $2.6 million a year. And then sort of like paying off your house or your car, you don't have any more revenue, but you have less expenses, and we'll be able to repurpose that money for other things we need to do. Hope that makes sense. Our bonding capacity currently, which is based on your assessed valuation, is $48 million for that we wouldn't have to increase anybody's taxes. Our current debt on the books expires in 2041. This would extend our debt to 2046. It'd extend our debt 5 more years. To take all the other bonds we've done, we're still paying on those as well. So I hope that makes sense to people. A reminder, a bond issue can only be used for capital expenditures for buildings, HVAC units, roofs, flooring, major improvements or additions, new construction. We cannot use this money to pay salary and benefits. It's very strict. We can only use it for certain purposes. So summary of what we have. We have 23 million in immediate needs in roofs, 2 million for parking lots, and 15 million in HVAC units. And I haven't started talking about, as part of that assessment, we know we have $37 million worth of work for windows, flooring restoration, painting, tuck pointing, joint sealing, all that. We're not even addressing that this time. If you don't have your roof and your climate right, it's hard to have school. So that's what we're going to address, hopefully address this first time through. The other side of this we want to talk about is our safety and security needs. Through Prop P, we now have secure entry vestibules in all our buildings, and that's been a great addition to help our staff and students feel safer and our parents feel safer about their kids being in school. You have to scan to get in, buzz to get in. We have 790 security cameras in our district, in both inside and out, monitoring what's going on. And we had a grant for $300,000 from the state a couple of years ago, and we added $5,000 of security film to windows and exterior windows around the district. We appreciate Arnold Police and Jefferson County Police. They helped us determine the most strategic place to put that film. That film's not a ballistic film. It's a film that keeps the glass from shattering to slow people down if they have ill intent trying to get in our building. We improved door access by putting card readers on our doors. We did 40 doors around the exterior part of the district, and so that's an improvement. The issue is we have 81,000 square feet of windows, and we have 318 doors. So we have a lot more work to do on the exterior part of our building. We'd like, if our community tells us security film's a priority, we'd like to put it on every first floor window around every building to slow people down if they ever come to one of our buildings with bad intent. So what we're looking at are some perimeter control measures, the exterior door controls I mentioned, security film I've already mentioned, fencing and gates. One thing I noticed when I came here, new eyes on the district, is we have kids outside, we have athletes outside, we have PE classes outside, recess. A lot of our buildings don't have very inadequate fencing, and someone with ill intent could have quite easy access to our kids when they're outside. I see some people shaking their head. Yes, they've seen it. And also, we have a lot of vandalism on our playgrounds and that on the weekend because people can get to our playgrounds and our equipment fairly easy. So that might be something we address. Rapid response measures, cameras I talked about. I'm going to show you a notification system here in a minute, and then lockdown capable classroom doors. We have a mishmash, if that's an official term, of doors around the district. So it's very difficult for us to have consistent protocols on how to do a lockdown because our doors are so different everywhere around the district. And sadly, there's some classrooms in our district that don't even have doors. So we have to do some improvement there as well to make the protocols consistent and everybody can not lock down their doors in a quick fashion. Notification systems, I'll show you this. This is an example of notification system that's now available for schools, hospitals, and other type entities. Okay, so that system can be customized also to address tornadoes, fires, et cetera. You saw, it's not just a voice alert, there's a strobe alert. You can color code it for the different types of emergencies you have. A couple districts in the St. Louis area have already installed these type of systems and they're giving them rave reviews. So just something for people to consider. So what we've done, I've truncated this, believe it or not, a little bit, because during the meetings, we get a QR code and people are able to provide us live feedback on what they want. So at the completion of all these sessions, we're going to send the same survey out to all our patrons, and they're going to provide us feedback, and we're going to load that into a Google Sheet, and then we're going to present to the board in December. Our community says we should prioritize this if we put this on a ballot. And then if the board says, let's do that, then we will craft ballot language and approve that in January, that communities told us we need to address roofing, HVAC, and perimeter controls, whatever they tell us. We've been doing this and we'll continue to do these presentations for the next couple of weeks. And we'll also get that survey out. So be looking for that in an email in end of November, early December. And then that'll help us focus on what we want to do. Thanks for listening. I don't know if we're supposed to field questions or not, but
You can if you want.
okay. Anybody have questions or comments?
You guys have any comments or questions for Superintendent Frigo? Oh, Rod?
So just a couple comments and then a question. One is kudos on accomplishing what you guys have done so far and keeping it on budget. So congratulations, great job.
Thank you.
I appreciate the approach of the no tax, right? Using bonds and no tax. So again, kind of kudos to you and staff and the board for taking that approach, and it's not a tax, and hopefully people understand that. What kind of timeline is there for some of these improvements should you guys be successful?
If it passes,
Yeah.
it's probably a 3-year project to
To
get
get all these.
get this done, because you got to do a lot of it when buildings are empty or during breaks. So yeah, it's probably a 3-year process. So we'd have to stagger the bond funding appropriately to make sure we don't have any unneeded expenses.
And the last thing is the rapid response. What's the feedback on, have you gotten a lot of feedback like from the community saying we want that or?
And when we did our community presentations, not as much, but when we present to staff and I presenting to the students, that's one of the first things they vote for, they prioritize.
Thank you.
And it's very building specific. I know, I don't want to go too much longer, but for example, when I met with the Fox students, their number one thing was roofing. Because they said they're tired of walking through the building with buckets and garbage cans catching water. It's hard to be proud of your school when that's going on. When I met with the Seckman High School students, it was HVAC, and they could name every wing and every room that was either too hot or too cold. So it's very building specific, but that's the type of detailed feedback we're getting as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Okay. Moving right along. Tammy, would you please read the consent agenda?
Items on tonight's consent agenda are council meeting minutes from November 6, 2025. Payroll warrant number T00940 and the gross pay amount of $445,678.14. And general warrant number 5894 and the total pay amount of $578,773.10.
Very well. May I have a motion for approval, please? Peggy, second?
Second.
EJ, roll call vote if you would.
Brian MacArthur,
Yes.
EJ Fleischman,
Yes.
Peggy Allen,
yes,
Troy Blackshear,
Yes.
Rodney Mullins,
Yes.
Michael Rethmeyer,
Yes.
Jim Seidenstricker,
Yes.
7 yeas.
Okay, under resolutions, resolution number 25-79.
Resolution number 2579, a resolution appointing an individual to serve on the City Planning Commission.
Anthony, would you please explain this resolution?
Sure. Mayor Moritz would like to appoint Sean Hack to serve on the Planning Commission for the remainder of a 4-year term. that will expire December 31, 2027. This is a member-at-large position.
Very well. Get questions and comments? Mr. Hack is actually in the audience tonight, so.
I'm sorry if I missed this, but is he replacing someone?
Yes. What's the fellow's name that resigned?
He's replacing Brandon Roberts.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions, comments? Can I have a motion for approval, please, in a
Make
second?
that motion.
Tim and EJ? Roll call vote?
Brian MacArthur,
Yes.
EJ Fleischman,
Yes.
Peggy Allen.
Yes.
Troy Blackshear.
Yes.
Rodney Mullins,
Yes.
Michael Reithmeyer,
Yes.
Tim Seidenstricker,
Yes.
7 yeas.
Thank you. Resolution number 25-80.
Resolution number 2580, a resolution appointing and reappointing individuals to serve on various boards.
Anthony, once again, would you please explain this one?
Sure. This resolution will fill 3 different board vacancies for the police department. The first is the appointment of Danny Gear to the Police Pension Review Board to serve the remainder of a 2-year term that will expire June 17th, 2026. The second is the appointment of Matthew Saller to the Police Personnel Board to serve the remainder of a 2-year term that will expire on April 1, 2027. And the third is the reappointment of Andrew Sutton to the Police Personnel Board to serve a 2-year term that will expire April 1, 2027.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the city council? Matt Saller's in the audience tonight. Okay, have a motion and approve.
Make that motion.
Peggy? What?
I'll second.
EJ? Thank you. Roll call vote?
Brian MacArthur,
Yes.
EJ Fleischman,
Yes.
Peggy Allen.
Yes.
Troy Blackshear.
Yes.
Rodney Mullins,
Yes.
Michael Reithmeyer.
Yes.
Tim Seidenstricker,
Yes.
7 yeas.
This is kind of cool because you guys are knocking yourselves out to get these motions in. Last week you couldn't even talk. Okay. All right, resolution 2581.
Resolution number 2581, a resolution authorizing the purchase of vector control chemicals from Target Specialty Products.
Sarah, would you please?
Yes. So vector control is mosquito control. So essentially this is purchasing products for the next year. The products include aquareslin, which is a specific chemical that we've been using for many years. These are 2 drums of the concentrate. And then the next few items on the quotation are essentially tablets that we put into still bodies of water to prevent mosquitoes from growing in that water. And then as well as a flushing solution just to keep all of our equipment clean. And the quote is just over $10,000, which is why it's coming to you for approval. If there's any questions, please let me know.
Thanks. Comments or questions, EJ?
Yeah, I just have a quick question. So I believe I learned at some time over the summer that after so many years, like for the mosquito spray and all that, you have to switch it out after so many years because it kind of they build immunity to it, if you will. So in our community, I've recently received quite a few questions on this with like West Nile virus and some of those like popping up in our area. Like, is that kind of, are we still on track for that mosquito spray will kind of
Yes. So
handle those issues?
yes, so we've had to balance quite a bit of this. So on one hand, there is a benefit in changing products every so often, usually every 10 years or so, for the benefit of, never having a population that is, essentially resistant to the chemicals. On the other hand, aquareslin specifically is one of the easiest chemicals to live with. A lot of the other chemicals are more harsh. And essentially, we don't want residents to be uncomfortable with what we're spraying. And so we've talked with both representatives from the products that, or representatives from the companies that we're working with who provide us with the solutions, as well as state agencies that provide the certification to our employees. And essentially, for the benefit of the residents, we just thought this was the best approach, and we will continue to look at, keep an eye on the West Nile situation as it evolves.
Perfect. Thank you.
Anybody else? A motion and a second for approval, if you would, please.
I'll make that motion.
Troy, Michael? Moving right along. Okay, Tammy?
Brian MacArthur,
Yes.
EJ Fleischman,
Yes.
Peggy Allen,
Yes.
Troy Blackshear.
Yes.
Rodney Mullins.
Yes.
Michael Reithmeyer.
Yes.
Tim Seidenstricker,
Yes.
7 yeas.
Okay, resolution 25-82.
Resolution number 2582, A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with GFT Incorporated to provide professional engineering services for the railroad crossing elimination project.
Thank you. James, would you please explain this resolution?
Yeah, this firm was selected out of 6 firms that gave us proposals. It's a 16-month study to eliminate railroad crossings in the city. We have 3 at grade and 2 grade separated. The study is it's just for delays and everything. It studies a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure exactly. It does PED crossing. It does, it's just a really in-depth study to possibly eliminate some railroad crossings. And this was a federal grant that we got. The city's share is 200,000 of the $950,000 study. The rest of the money is a federal grant from the Federal Railway Administration. This firm is going to do environmental studies, explore other possible grants that could come up while they're doing the study. They're going to have public meetings for public input during the study. That's why we selected this firm.
The short story is the idea is to improve or eliminate railroad crossing accidents in the city, so, and improve where they cross the roads. Thank you. Any comments or questions?
James, this doesn't include any work, right? It's just, and how long is this study? It's 16?
16-month traffic
16
study,
months?
yes.
Okay. And it doesn't include any work involved with this? It's just a
Nope.
study for, okay.
Anybody else? Okay, can we have a motion and a second for approval, please? Rodney?
I'll second. I'll second.
Thank you, Troy. A roll call vote, please.
Brian MacArthur.
Yes.
EJ Fleischman.
Yes.
Peggy Allen.
Yes.
Troy Blackshear.
Yes.
Rodney Mullins.
Yes.
Michael Reithmeyer.
Yes.
Tim Seidenstricker.
Yes.
7 yeas.
Okay, and resolution 25-83.
Resolution 2583, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with DNS Fencing Company Incorporated.
James, this one's you again.
Yeah, this is to install a section of guardrail along Richardson Road. As no shoulder, substandard slope. The guardrail protect motorists from going off a steep grade, and there are a couple residents down there that are in danger if the cars would go down that steep grade.
This is something that's in Ward 2, and we've got photographs from residents who live there. Shows a car almost went down into a house down there. So this is time to get this one fixed. So any questions or comments? Brian?
Yeah, I would just like to thank James for getting on this so fast. It wasn't that long ago that we brought this to his attention. As Bill said, we got a few calls that, and this isn't the first time that cars have been almost, taking out the houses at the bottom of the cul-de-sac there. And it's kind of in that area right by Richardson Glen, not too far after you make that first turn, that left-hand turn if you're coming from Old May Ferry. And couple and gone there. So now I'm really glad that you got on that so fast, James, and the residents really appreciate it as well. So thank you.
Anybody else?
Ryan said it very well. I just want to piggyback on that. We got an email and then we got 2 or 3 more with several people in it. They were very concerned. So we appreciate that getting done as quick as it was.
Can I make a suggestion? This is a Ward 2 issue. One of you guys want to make a
ahead.
motion?
I'll make that motion to approve.
And I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call vote, please.
Brian MacArthur.
Yes.
EJ Fleischman.
Yes.
Peggy Allen.
Yes.
Troy Blackshear.
Yes.
Rodney Mullins.
Yes.
Michael Reithmeyer.
Yes.
Tim Seidenstricker.
Yes.
7 yeas.
Thank you. Resolution 25-84 is our last one for tonight.
Resolution number 2584, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with TJ's Landscaping LLC.
David, would you please explain that?
Thank you, Mayor. This is for TJ's Landscaping for our annual brush program this fall. They started this on October 27th, and they finished the evening of Wednesday, the 29th. You can see the hours they put in there. The total is $15,087.50. I'd be happy
Thank
to
you.
answer any questions.
Any questions or comments by the city council? Motion and a second for approval, folks.
So move.
TJ? Michael? Roll call vote?
Brian MacArthur,
Yes.
EJ Fleischman,
Yes.
Peggy Allen,
Yes.
Troy Blackshear,
Yes.
Rodney Mullins,
Yes.
Michael Reithmeyer,
Yes.
Jim Seidenstricker,
Yes.
7 yeas.
Okay, thank you. Reports from the mayor and council. I don't really have anything to report today other than happy news. I want to go home. See, talk to my daughter somewhere. Okay. But thank you all. Rodney?
Yep, just a quick report out, successful Veterans Day Parade.
Sure.
I think there were 157 actual participants, more than we've ever had before. More vehicles. It was very, very well attended. Thank you, Matt, for your excellent speech. We have speeches every year, but it was meaningful and to the point for the students. So, and then just a full circle moment for me that day. One of the students who is actually graduating this year came up to me. I've coached him in hockey for years. Came up to me and he has already committed to being in the Army. And he actually did his basic training last summer at Fort Benning, and he is moving on. So as soon as he gets out, he's going to serve. So really cool moment, and
Nice.
so just a great day all around. So thanks for everyone that was there and participated, and again, the school district participated and
Yeah.
partnered with us. So great event.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Brian?
thanks.
Yeah, it's something that we need to discuss. I know Bill's aware of it too, the mayor, that we over in Bay Shore, they're having problems with speeding, and especially now that we've just redone their parkway and the roads, they're even wider now to try and help the traffic. So what we would like to do, and I guess I need either bring it up to Anthony or where we're going to do it, but I'm going to be bringing forward to get, and I've discussed this with the board members, and they would like stop signs at each one of the entrances, or at each one of the intersections. So that way, we would like to do that first because they did, want to request also to look into the speed humps. I gave them that information, but told them, stop signs are really the best because those other can be intrusive to our, if we have to, they are in a few other subdivisions, but that always likes to be our last way. So we would really like to bring it up for Causeway and the Parkway. So that way there's not a lot of speeding on those. And then secondly, some of you know, we just added a new bus lane through there. So when you go in, you just go in about 20 feet or so, and we made a really nice new bus lane. And there was a few things that we wanted just to kind of clean up on there to make sure that that is accepted as a city street. Not because right now there was some kind of, some people thought it was just going to be, we built it for them and it might stay with the subdivision, but I don't think that's a very good idea at all. Because then at that time, then I would also like to see no parking signs. They were up there before, so we're going to be doing the new parking signs. And one thing I wanted to bring up to Chief that if you could look in, because I know one of the questions from some of the residents were, well, if you have the no parking sign there, that's fine. But the chief was saying that, they have up to like 24 hours before we can actually tow them. Right?
Actually tow them?
Yeah, yeah. And so can we make that a tow zone to where that can be done immediately if they don't?
I'd have to do some research. on
Okay,
that.
okay. So that's why I'd like you to do some research on that to see if we could actually make that a tow zone, because again, that is there only for the bus lanes, and it will also be painted on there that they're bus lanes only. So if people can't read, and that's not our problem. That's not the residents' problem, and that's not the bus, problem, because that creates a very hazardous situation there on Telegraph for those kids walking in and out. People are constantly, driving by them. We put the officers down there. Chief's done as good a job as he can to make sure we keep officers out there as much as we can to, stop them from doing. So that's the reason we built that bus lane, and that's where it needs to stay. So, thank you.
Thanks, Brian. Troy?
Glad to say finally we got these meetings on YouTube. It was a campaign. I went out for my pink campaign. It was a promise. Finally, we got them. It's taken a while. It shouldn't have. It shows a lot of transparency. Secondly, Dave, you have a run down there on Thursday, and you got a lot of gas equipment down there and people working on them. Is it going to be open, the road?
started Rocket.
Oh, you got, Michael?
One of my, person in my ward brought it to my attention that, the Cane's Chicken Place on Jeffco Boulevard, it's kind of hard sometimes to pull in or pull out of there. And, I don't think anything can be done about this. But there is a lot of blind spots when you come southbound on Jeffco because they come flying up around that curve. And he said there was almost a bad accident recently and 3 cars would have been involved in this accident. I don't know if this could be studied to see what could be done about this. But it is a dangerous area for traffic to pull in and out of that Cane's Chicken. I just told him it's best to do what I do when I go there. I park on the big parking lot next to O'Reilly's and I walk across the grass and go there. That's what I do. But, you know, that's not going to fix the issue. I told him I'd bring it to the attention of the council.
No, thanks, Mike. EJ?
Yeah, I just want to, on behalf of like the food pantry last night, they had their, the Taste of Arnold. It was a fantastic event. While that is a food pantry event, I think it's great to see the whole community come out. Many of the council and city staff were there. So thanks for everybody for participating in that. It was a huge turnout. The Parks Department, they do a great job getting the rec center, Dave and his team, getting that set up. And I think it's a testament of whether it's the city, the school district, you know, the food pantry. It takes a village to make this community operate, and especially in a time where there was so much uncertainty the last several weeks with the government shutdown and so many families struggling to keep food on the table. To see the community come out in such a big way, it's just been phenomenal. So thank you for everybody for participating in that.
Nice comment. Thank you. Tim?
Yeah, so as the last meeting of the month before Thanksgiving, I'd like to wish everyone very happy Thanksgiving. I'd like to thank Dr. Frigo for coming tonight. You know, it's interesting when you hear all these things about the district, you know, the average person may not even think about roofs, but it's all these things are so important. And I, as a third-year teacher, I've been known to walk around a trash can with water dripping, and I see it a lot. So it's like everything you said nailed it. I mean, it's stuff I see every single day. So thank you for bringing that to the attention. And our schools are very important to our community. And so hopefully we can do everything we can for them. And there's a lot of work to do when you're the 18th largest district in the state. So thank you for coming. Is there a PDF of this that you brought tonight, the packet?
There's a handout, so up there.
I have it, but in case somebody like, you know, wanted to see it, like, is there a way to send it, like a digital copy of it?
Yeah.
Send it to me.
Send it tomorrow.
Okay.
Is there some great information in here that in case people in the general public would like to see it, it'd be easier to send them a PDF or a file or something. Thank you.
Post it on our website. We're gonna post my presentation I did last night.
Oh, perfect.
On the website with the FAQs.
That's even better. Thank you.
Speaking of schools, you want to mention one more?
Sir?
Groundbreaking?
Oh, yes. So we have St. John's Lutheran Church in Arnold had a groundbreaking ceremony. And Councilwoman Peggy Allen was with me and the mayor. And so St. John's Lutheran School of Arnold is doing a almost $9 million addition to their school campus that will include 8 new classrooms, a 2-story connector from the church to the school building. They're going to renovate some of their current classrooms and their restrooms in their current facility. The school is growing and even turned away some potential students as they simply don't have the space. So this is going to be an amazing project for that church and school. And it was, yeah, we had the groundbreaking ceremony and they're already working.
They are. They were working that
They
day.
broke the ground and they got equipment in there now working on the grounds already. So thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that was and we also ribbon cut the Salvation Army on Saturday for their food pantry that opened after about a year having a fire. So a lot of exciting stuff going on in the city.
Yeah, that fire at the Salvation Army was just before Thanksgiving of last
right.
year. All right, thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry had a ribbon cutting on Sunday morning. It previously was the St. David Food Pantry. Since that campus has closed down, it is now on, oh my God, I go to that church. It's on the Holy Family campus now.
Okay. Thank you. Staff? Anthony?
Nothing to report.
Nothing? Bill?
Just to let the council know, we're just starting our audit for the last year that ended August 31st. So we've been doing a lot of internal prep. The auditors will be here in the next 2 weeks. And then that report will be issued sometime in the first quarter of next year.
Okay. That's all you got? Tammy?
The only thing I have is to inform everyone that opening day for candidate filing for the April 2026 election is December 9th. And the last day to file will be December 30th. That's all I have.
Chief Carroll?
Our No Shave November was a hit with our police officers. The two gentlemen in the back of the room there can grow a very nice beard. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm ready to shave this thing. But on Tuesday, we will be at the food pantry. They raised $3,400. We're going to do a check presentation Tuesday at the Gateway Food Pantry here in Arnold. So thank you, guys.
Nice. Thank you all. David?
Yeah, just a couple things here. We're still doing our Feed the Masses at the rec center that runs to the end of the month. We are currently in second place. Next Thursday, the Gobble Gobble Run, about 1,300 people will be down there, 8 o'clock start.
Wow.
And it's hard to believe, but the following week will be Christmas in the Park, December 6th. That's all I have, Mayor.
What do you need for winning, go to first place again? Another.
A couple thousand, we'll get there.
I think every councilman needs to bring in 100 cans.
Very well.
The challenge.
Okay, James? Okay, yeah. You're not Bob.
No, I'm not. Nothing to report.
Thank you. Sarah?
Just a couple of things. I wanted to say thank you to the council for appointing a new planning commission member. I think I can speak on behalf of other planning staff and the planning commissioners to welcome Sean Hack, and we're looking forward to working with him. And also just to kind of mention, many of our local shelters, including the City of Arnold shelter, is currently full of dogs. So if you are able and interested in being a potential dog owner, I just encourage everyone to adopt. See what the local shelters have available. There's lots of fluffy animals looking for homes. But that's all I've got.
You
Thank
still
you,
got
Matt.
the 3 cats?
I believe we have currently 2 or 3 cats. Right now we have a family, including a mama cat and 5 kittens,
Oh, boy.
that are being relocated to a specialty cat shelter in Belleville.
Thank you, Sarah.
EJ's 2 dogs are lonely. I think he needs them.
We have a very lovely pit named Sadie. She's incredibly sweet,
Aw,
incredibly sweet.
We challenge every council member to adopt a dog.
I already did, twice. Thank you. Okay, can I have a motion and a second to dismiss the meeting? Rodney, Michael, all in favor?
Uh,
Aye.
Thank you all. Meeting is adjourned.